All right, everybody, how you guys doing? Long time no see. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome one, welcome all. Well, let's see. Wow, there's some interesting things going on in the world right now. I have a huge article written in the members area all about the coronavirus, world economy stuff that I've basically been watching for quite a while now. Is just watching uh, you know the I don't want to call it a I mean, it's kind of a pandemic simply because it's spreading all over the world. I get that, but it really we haven't seen the massive outbreaks in a lot of the first world countries yet. You know what I'm saying? Nothing that I would consider like super over the top breakouts right now. You know, the cruise ship in Japan, Italy's, a little rough. South Korea's a little rough right now, but I really haven't seen like some super explosive. And I'll give you my really quick 30-second take on the coronavirus right now, and that is if we don't see right coronavirus update, right? Corona, I spelled that wrong. Oops, SP. If we don't see a massive breakout in the next 30 to 45 days from now, that will take us into warmer weather, right? Which helps with number one, the common cold, and also lots of sunlight, which viruses do not like, right? And all right. So also we see up to 20 different we see 20 different not antibiotics, damn it, what's the word I'm looking for? We see up to 20 different vaccines being worked on or tested now, and the US is pushing for emergency powers to force through the testing of the vaccines in the pipeline to get them to market quicker, right? Right, time is on our side here. The longer this stays minimal, the better it is for us. Right? So that's kind of my take on it, right? Now, here's the bad news. Bad news. This is really shitty for old people, right? This is like horrific. This is like super shitty for old people, and this is here to stay, right? I mean, it's just really, really, really bad. This super sucks, right? And so here's the thing about the virus in New Zealand or Australia or anywhere else is when the virus comes in contact with ultraviolet radiation, i.e., sunshine, the virus has, especially in pretty warmer temperate areas, it does kill it a lot quicker than in cooler, moist areas to where it gets on something and it doesn't really, it's cloudy. If it gets on something, the virus gets on something, and there's it's the right conditions. It can just kind of sit there on the surface for a lot longer, right? You've got super hot weather with lots of sunshine. Sunshine hits those viruses, boom, those viruses are just done. Especially if they're just now. What I'm talking about is I'm talking about somebody sneezes on a door handle walking into something, right? That door handle, right? If direct sunlight hits that door, heat hits that door, the viruses don't hold up well with that heat and that direct sunshine. Where in cooler, calmer, cooler climates that have shade and moisture, it can sit there and it can sit there and be stable much longer. And viruses don't really like a lot of heat. So that's the good thing. And then remember, the other thing is it's just the common cold in general. When everybody's walking around, if you've just got the common cold and you're coughing and hacking, and you just generally, the more people in the wintertime feel like crap, the worse it is, because you're just one just cesspool of disease, coughing and hacking all over everybody. So, and then everybody thinks they got it, and it just makes it that much worse. But yeah, the farther we push into the summer months, I do feel it'll be much better. Right, and hopefully you'll see that down in New Zealand, Australia. Australia has been pretty mildly hit. I don't think Australia's really got it. I think it's just a lot of. I think one of the issues with um, one of the issues down in Australia is there's just a lot of Chinese that are coming into the country, and they were bringing the virus with them. So. Vikas says that he's from India. The Supreme Court of India has struck off the Reserve Bank of India's banking ban. Oh, nice, nice, nice. So looks like India will be able to start trading crypto soon. I think that would have been a lot more predominant if we would have had that a year ago. I really think crypto's kind of like meh right now. I mean, nobody in India pays their taxes anyways, right? Nobody in India pays taxes anyways. That's why they kind of went out there and they're trying to get rid of all the currency and change the currency. They did a lot of things basically to eliminate people who are not paying their taxes. All right, that's enough on the coronavirus. Let's talk a second about the wow, today with the here in the United States, we had the Democratic primary, and holy but Jesus, man, seriously, like if there was a story, a comeback story, it was Joe Biden today. Well done, Mr. Biden. And I'd like to say that it has absolutely nothing to do with Biden. It had everything to do with the Democratic establishment. Wow. Talk about you want to talk about manipulation and manipulating the market and manipulating everything. I mean, come on, man. The Democrats take it to a whole new level of shadiness, right? I mean, completely stole it from Bernie Sanders 2016. Completely stole it from Bernie Sanders in 2016. Just pulled the rug right out from under the dude. And they were in a panic here in America right now. Absolute panic, dude. Bernie had the had the wind to his back, right? I mean, they were just like, Bernie was going to mop the floor with the Democrats, and boy, did the genius by the Democrats. Basically, so you've got the moderate Democrats, which is the Democratic Party. Then you've got they want to call themselves the Democratic Socialists. They're really socialists, is what they are, which is Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. So what what the Democratic establishment did is basically go into the two other moderate candidates, and they basically just told them, "Hey, listen, pull out. Otherwise, you're going to screw everything up for all us for the Democratic Party, and you're going to hand Bernie Sanders this election. You're going to hand him right into being the Democratic nominee." And so what they did is they pulled out Buttigieg and Amy Klobuchar, and just a absolute genius power move. Congratulations, Democrats showing us how manipulation is done while going out there and complaining about everybody else in the world manipulating everything else out there. I mean, just the total fuckery of it was beautiful. Beautifully played power move by the moderate Democrats here in America. And man, so basically all the moderate votes went over to Biden, who swept just great. I mean, he did. It was an absolute, what a comeback. What an absolute comeback. It's like the Titanic sinking and somebody threw a patch on it, right? One of those little rubber patches to save a little rubber dinghy. And it's holding, the Titanic is barely holding water. But I have to say this, Biden is probably the worst presidential candidate put forth by the Democrats in an ungodly amount of time. He's just well past his prime, really has some cognitive issues, and Trump is just going to absolutely mop the floor with him. It's going to be really entertaining watching the Democratic National Convention, though, as the Democrats completely tear themselves apart because Bernie is going to run this baby out all the way to the end of the gates. I can see Bloomberg dropping out and dumping his money into Bernie right now. Just more money down the drain. I mean, he's got $599 million Bloomberg pumped into the his election campaign, which was a just total. Just, I mean, he might as well just taken it. He should have just taken that money and done something like waited or done some, I mean, he just went about it all wrong. Just should be the blueprint what not to do when running for the candidacy of the president of the United States, which was, i.e., try to just straight up buy the election. Okay. Which is, he should have bought Bitcoin. That's right, George. If he would have bought Bitcoin, man, he would have just crushed, right? Just crushed it. Listen, I'm going to go through some really quick here. Let's get to Bitcoin. Let's get to crypto real quick. A couple things. Listen, Link, really liking my Link. Link has just always been one of my faves, right? I'm looking at Link right here. This has been a long time. Like, I can't even tell you, I've like played this bad boy all the way, right? Just played this bad boy all the way. It's been a beautiful play for me. I do love this. I have, if there's one thing I do like is I like Link. I like the way it looks. This does look like a bullish triangle right here. It has hit the resistance. I had this, if you guys go into the members area, you can clearly see, where's my Link play, altcoins. Right, there's right there it was right there. Look, hit the resistance, bang, 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 pulled back, right? There it is right there, pulled back, trying to break out. Now, if this does break out, I'm letting you guys know there will be a FOMO effect because you will have hit a new higher high that's been stuck here for, gosh, a long time, right? Really, really long time. So I have an alert set, an alarm set for at $5 on a breakout. So I have an alarm set at 5. Listen, I'm holding bags of I'm holding bags of Link. I like Link. I love Link. I think it's one of the better products out there. But I really think that if this does break out, you'll see a FOMO effect up to the $9, right? And what you need right now is Bitcoin just to kind of move sideways, right? Let's just move sideways. SV, I did get wrecked out of some SV. I was in SV. Kind of got taken out of a bunch of SV. It is what it is. I've been watching Matic right here. Matic's had a nice little run. But still holding on to some of my bags of SV, not completely out, but I do like that still nonetheless. Back over here to ETH. I had a couple people asked me to take a look at ETH. ETH on the 12-hour looks very similar to what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. It looks like a big ass bearish head and shoulders, right? So this is kind of looks like a big head and shoulders pattern that's playing out here with 92 to 9,500 as a top side. If we do get a breakout, look, we've been just running on the bottom here for a while as the price has been falling down. We're all the way up here. I do want to go into one thing. So I posted this, right? I posted this right here, right? I don't know how the hell I had this trade set. No clue, right? No idea where this came from. Like, it must have been a preset, something I just had layered. For God's sake, I mean, look at that, right? I mean, it must have just been pre-layered, and but yeah, like, so, anyways, just a couple things I want to just point out here is that you right now the bulls have to hold, and they can still hold this head and shoulders pattern right at the 8,300 range, right? So you come over here, you look at the Gauss 3-day, weekly, daily, right there. The 8,300 is the key support right here. So anything under 8,300 with a wick out acceptable down to 8,200 is totally fine right here. It's completely fine. But on that top side, man, look at all the resistance. 90, 92 and change, 95 and change, 95 and change. These are going to start rolling over a little bit with the price action being down. Like this is going to start to fold over a little bit into that 9,500 range. You're already almost at 9,500 on the weekly. So you've got that top side resistance right there, which I see would give us that head and shoulders pattern, right? Boom, 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 boom. And I can drop that bad boy right there one more time, right? There, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that head and shoulders pattern can still exist just like that. You know, you can see it over here also on the weekly where it can form out, do something very similar. And but that's what I'm seeing right now. I mean, there's no need to go through a whole bunch of charts right now. I think this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a big head and shoulders pattern. We're still into the right shoulder. The good news is 8,300 is a lot of support right here below us. So we got a lot of support right underneath at 8,300. But the resistance is that 9,200 and 9,500. So the bulls really need to break out and close over that on a higher time frame, like a daily. If we don't see a nice big breakout, you know, I think what's going to happen, we're just going to run out this head and shoulders pattern, fall back down, get caught in that 72 to 7,700-ish range, and then we'll have to just figure out where we go from there. Now, we still have the halving, and the halving is coming soon, right? It's coming in May, but it's kind of far off. So we got a long way to go to the halving. The halving is still bullish to me, and I'm going to leave this right here. The halving is still bullish. And Link is still bullish to me, right? But these are the things that are still. I still like SV. I still like it. They're doing a lot, right? So, but that's it for me right now, everybody. I'm the Vamp. I want to say thank you, everybody, for hanging out and watching, and I'll dump this video down. Come join us over at Flux Trading. I am out.